Testing, testing, testing. We are live, and we are on part two. Yes, it's a late night show, but we on part two, part two of the MLK files. Now, like I said, I will debunk this for anybody who don't understand these files or how to read them. I'm gonna read them for you. I'm not just street smart; I'm book smart too. Okay, but bear with me. But if you tuning in, oh shit, I didn't even have my intro. But listen up. If you tuning in, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that and more.
Welcome to the show, it's Mr. Mass TV. Serving all the drama just the way it should be. Stars and news making headlines daily. Turn up the volume, let's span it through globally. Entertainment drama, it's all in our queue. Celebrities and headlines coming straight to you. Stay tuned, stay bright, we got the newest scoop. Mr. Mass TV, bringing all the juicy news. Got the rumors and gossip you won't wanna miss.
Hey, hey, we unlocking and unmasking some MLK files tonight. Dum dum dum. I need that. I need that Law and Order in the background. But I ain't got no Law and Order. But I got something. I got something. You feel me? I ain't got no Law and Order, but I got something. Now, on part one, let me tell you. On part one, it was crazy. We unlocked and discovered a lot of stuff going on, and it felt like what I gathered and researched and did my research on and gathered and seen is that it was a lot of people watching MLK. Okay, I felt like this man could even shit without people even know. But anyway, we're going to continue. So if you're tuning in, be sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe. I'm your humble host, Mr. Mass TV. Be sure to check out my content if you're rocking with me as well. And I'm gonna do this. I don't know how many parts this will be because I saw a lot of pages. I saw over 100 and some pages, and it's only part one. Okay, there's two whole parts to this, and I will be walking through every single page, though skimming through some shit. I won't say every single, well, almost every single. Okay, so right now, where are we at? Make my screen bigger. Right now, we are in the FBI investigation of the assassination. So this is the FBI investigation and their point of view. You feel me? Now the Department of Justice response and FBI performance. A. The murder. Approximately at 6 p.m. on April 4th, 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was standing on a balcony outside of his room at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee, and moments later Dr. King was shot by a high-power rifle and then rushed to St. Joseph's Hospital at 7:05 p.m. and he was pronounced dead. The cause of death was a bullet wound which tore a major red neck blood vessel and severed the spinal cord at the root of the neck. And autopsy report, there's that. Okay, y'all, I gotta play music. This is crazy. This is crazy. And they say the FBI could have had something to do with that, but who knows? Okay, who knows? We don't know what the scenario was, what the case was, or none of it. But anyway, Anyway, moving on. Let's depict this real quick. Okay. The priority investigation ordered. The Memphis Police Department was immediately aware of King's assault and promptly notified the FBI Memphis field office headed by St. Robert G. Jensen. Jensen relayed the information to Washington, where the Director Hoover and Attorney General Clark were informed. The Memphis field office was directed on the evening of April 4th, 1968, to immediately conduct a full investigation of the matter and possible violation of 18 USC 241, the Civil Rights Conspiracy Statute. Okay. Now, this directive soon became national in shape, with SAC and all FBI field offices being ordered to cooperate on April 7th, 1968, to participate and conduct a top priority investigation under their personal supervision. This meant all leads to be afforded immediately through imaginative attention, and all possible for such leads exhausted. Also, 24 hours were set as a period after receipt of a lead within the investigation, and a report must be completed. All SACs were to bear personal responsibility for any failure to handle the investigation. So basically, the people who was on this case, hey, no fucking up. Okay, you fuck up, that's your ass. Now, progress of the investigation. The breach of this top investigation is reportedly evidence in the Merkin files. All informant sources, racial, security, and criminal, were immediately altered and contacted for information. The KKK and other groups, as well individuals known to have violent uh, pro-civilities, were checked. The files were checked prior threats against Martin Luther King Jr. Name checks were consciously being made on selective service record, city and telephone directories, driver's license bureaus, motor vehicles divisions, financial institutions, credit records, criminal and civil records, marriage license, public utility rolls, unions, common carrier passenger lists, and more. Damn, they checked every fucking thing. Now, Bestie Brewer's room in the house. Key information was developed early at Bessie Brewer's rooming house, where whence the shot was fired. Bessie Brewer Charles A. Stephen Williams Archus was interviewed, or whatever. A physical description of suspect was obtained. Bessie Brewer, resident manager of the roaming house, explained that John Willard registered with her April 4th between 3 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. He was first directed to room 8, but was rejected. It's because it had a stove and a refrigerator. Instead, he asked for a sleeping room only and accepted the room 5B in the rear hostelry. This room provided a window with a view of Dr. King's room at the Lorraine Motel. Ooh. So he was in the room that was right over the room. Damn. Now, Mr. Brewer described the new tenant as white male, approximately 35 years old, of age, 5'11" to 6 feet tall. To 6 feet tall, weighing 180 pounds, with a medium build and presenting a neat, clean appearance. This was in Memphis, 1987. Stevens, who was in his room the afternoon of April 4th, remembers hearing footsteps between room 5B and the bathroom. He also remembered the room bathroom being occupied for considerable periods of time, 20 to 30 minutes, without water running or the toilet being flushed, except for the last visit. The last visit ended when he heard what he is certain was a gunshot, interrupted by the shot. Stevens opened his door to the hallway to see a man running down the hallway carrying a large wrapped bundle, and this man ran down the hall in the direction of Anches Stevens recalled believing that he had seen the person earlier that afternoon with Mrs. Brewers. Stevens described him as a white male of average build in his 30s, 5'10 to 5'11 tall, weighed 165 pounds, wearing a dark suit, presented neat and clean appearance. Damn. Like Stevens, Schultz was a resident of the room and house in his room at the time of the shooting. Also, like Stevens, Usher occupied a room and adjacent to John Willard. He recalls watching television in his room that afternoon when he heard the gunshot. Immediately, he went to the door as he opened it and saw a man running towards him. This man covered his face and ran and carried a blanket wrapped in bundle. Usher also addressed the man, saying, "I thought I heard a shot." The man responded, "Yeah, it was a shot." Our Schultz described the man as 6 feet tall with slim build in his 30s. Damn. So they all said they saw a man ran out of this room, running down the hallway with a blanket covered in with something covered and bundled. That's crazy. Now, Canterbury Amusement Company. The Canterbury Amusement Company is located at 424 South Main Street, and it's just a short distance between Bessie Brewer's rooming house at 422 and a half South Street, Main Street, and the recessed entrance of Canopy Company and Blanket Wrap Bundle, or whatever. Now, the store owner, Guy W. Canopy, and two customers, Burnell Friendly Jr. and Julius L. Graham, uh, I think that's what I said, were in the store at the time of the assassination. Each was interviewed by the FBI and described hearing a thud, which drew their attention. And they looked to see what had happened. They observed a blanket wrapped in bundle in the entrance. They observed the blanket wrapped in bundle in the entrance at the same time. They saw a man dressed like a dark suit wearing rapidly south of the sidewalks from the bundle. A few moments later, they said a white compact automobile, possibly Mustang, proceeded north of the South Main Street at a high rate of speed. The male was described as white, approximately 30 years of age, with middle build, 5'10 to 6 feet tall, and weighed 160 to 180 pounds. Now, the bundle, after being discovered at Canopy Doorway by a member of the Memphis Police Department Tactical Squad, first came into custody of the Inspector Zachary for the Memphis Police Department's Homicide Bureau. Later in the evening of April 4th, 1968, between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., Inspector Zachary delivered the bundle to Zach Jensen, who immediately had it flown by agent carrier to Washington for laboratory examination. The bundle contained a model 746 Remington Game Master rifle, 30 06 Springfield caliber, and blue zipper bag. The bag contained various toilet particles, envelope with a pair of men's underwear, with laundry tags, a pair of blouse. I don't even know what that is. Two cans of beer and a paper bearing an advertisement for New York. Orange Canopy, Memphis, Tennessee, New York Adams Company. Cash sales receipt dated April 4th, 1968. Interesting. Interesting but crazy. Oh. And if you're tuning in, be sure to hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, comment, subscribe. I'm your humble host, Mr. Mass. Hey, let me know if this music too loud. I can turn this down some too. Okay, let's see where we at. There's a lot that's going on. Now, information and physical evidence correct. Now, the investigation continued with emphasis on tracing all physical evidence and the information received. To the end search, all Memphis area hotels and motels were initiated for the source of the blanket and bar of soap found in a blue zipper bag. Also, restrictions at area ends were examined. I think that what they say for the unknown suspect who fled the roaming house and who might be driving a white compact automobile. At the same time, the rifle's scope, uh, binoculars, can of beer, laundry tags, and other items were tracked. The rifle and scope were quickly traced to the Arrow Marine Supply Company in Birmingham, Alabama. The rifle was sold to a Harvey Lomer March 30th, 1968. The scope, along with the second rifle, was purchased March 29, 1968 by Lomer. Exchanged this rifle for the following day of the one recovered at the Kennedy Amusement Company. According to the Aero Marine salesman, Lomer explained that he talked with his brother and was advised a more powerful rifle was necessary for deer hunting in Wisconsin. However, a laboratory examination of the return rifle revealed that it was clogged with cosmoline, a heavy grade grease firearm perspective, and could not be loaded and could not be reloaded and ready for fire. The salesman also provided a physical description of Laumer which matched those previously obtained. The paper bag and sales receipt from York Aaron's company led agents to the Memphis store with the binoculars with portraits. The York arms salesman explained that he sold a pair of binoculars at approximately 4 p.m. April 4th, 1968, to a white male matching the description previously obtained by checking the manufacturer, can codes, and distribution records. The two beer cans was traced to Siobhan Monell's shop. You see how they tracing all this shit? That's why I say you think you're getting away with some shit. Nope. They watching. They can check every fucking thing, everything you did. They can check if where you shit. If you stopped at a gas station and took a shit, they can check and see if there's shit. No joke. Now, the center of the investigation shifted from Memphis to Birmingham on April 9th, when the search of Memphis ends focused on the Rebel Motel at April 3rd, a resignation record, and Eric Stravert Gout. It was already known that the rifle and scope was purchased in Birmingham, and a Gallup registration also pointed to Birmingham. The resignation, the resignation, registration record. My bad, y'all. I gotta breathe. Aroused interest because Gout registered for the night on April 3rd only, listed a Birmingham address, and drove a Mustang with Alabama license plate. That go license plate right there. Screenshot it if you need it. I'm gonna give you time. Whatever. This is all public record now. They can't hide this shit no more. The shit's been came out. Hey, it is what it is. Now, the possibility of a link between Eric Starvo, the Galt, and unknown subject was pursued in Alabama by the Birmingham mobile offices. In their pursuit, they learned that on August 29th, 1967, Galt purchased a 1966 white Mustang automobile. The borough agents also learned that the state of Alabama issued a motor vehicle operator's license on October 1967 to Eric Starvo Galt, 2608 Highland Avenue, Birmingham, Alabama. The physical description obtained from the license matched those previously received. White male, born July 20th, 1931, 5'11", tall, 175 pounds, with blue eyes and brown hair. Now, when investigation moved to Galt, Birmingham address, it was learned that Galt lived there in late August until early October of 1967. Because of the length of the contact emphasis was planned on developing information on Galt's background. Significantly, it was learned that during his Birmingham sojourn, Galt expressed an enthusiastic interest in dancing and attending dancing school there. At Los Angeles, soon after Birmingham connection was unknown, Los Angeles became a focal point in the investigation. The significance to Los Angeles became apparent April 11th with the knowledge of four facts. What was when on April 11, 1968, the barrels located Galt's abandoned Mustang in Atlanta. In search of it, indicated that Galt had it serviced twice in Los Angeles area. Two, also incident on the search of Mustang, fragment of cardboard torn from a Kleenex box was found. On it were the names and Los Angeles addresses of Auntie whatever and Ginger Nace, whoever those people is. Three, laundry making laundry marking from the recovered underwear were tracked to the home service laundry and dry cleaning Hollywood, California. The following days, agents learned that the name Eric Starvo Galt appeared in the laundry's record. Lately, a pair of pillars recovered from the blue zipper bag were traced to the Rampage Hardware store, within 5 blocks of the home service, laundry, and dry cleaning. Now, since it was known that while in Birmingham, Galt pursued an interest in dancing, all dance schools in the Los Angeles areas were checked, and Golf's name appeared in the records of the National Dance Studio, Los Angeles. Eventually, the dance studio was contacted, proved to be most important because it was through an interview which the dance studio owner and photographer Eric Starvo Galt was finally obtained. The owner keyed the agents to an interest Galt has expressed in attending bartending school. Checked the area. The International School of Bartending was located, and it provided Galt's graduation photograph. For the first time, agents were able to see and distribute a photo of their subject to be sure to be sure of the maximum discrimination. The photo was circulated among the news media. While in Los Angeles, Galt first lived at the Sorrento Apartments and later at the St. Francis Hotel. Persons contacted at these locations call him a loner and describe him as a person who kept to himself. Departure from the characterization, however, who was reported by Charles of Stein, who at no expense to himself rode with Galt in the Mustang from the Los Angeles to New Orleans and returned. Now, Stephen explained that he and his sister Rita Stein met Galt through their cousin Merle Martin, who was working at a bar maid at the Solenburn Bar located in the St. Francis Hotel. Now, golf family within family within family, so they probably was hooking up with family within family within family. You never know. Galt had mentioned to Martin that he was planning to drive to New Orleans. She asked if he would be willing to give her cousin a ride there in order to pick up her children. He agreed, but it was Charles and not Rita, and went along with Galt. Notwithstanding this information Stein provided on the investigation, moved closer to locating Galt in New Orleans. Was required for clues, although Galt's hotel room was located and efforts were fruitfulness. Stein also stated Galt made several telephone calls from pay telephones along the way, but an exclusive search of countless telephone records, numbers, and subscriber providers, nothing. Lastly, Stein explained that Galt condition the ride to New Orleans on Charles Stein, Rita Stein, and Merle Marchand joining George Wallace, the American Independency Party. Each joined, but again, in the ensuing investigation of the lead, learned nothing. So let them know where. On April 11th of 1968, a citizen came through the Atlanta Police Department reporting the missing white Mustang. According to this caller, another person, both interviewed by the FBI, the abandoned Mustang was parked shortly before 9 a.m. April 5th of 1968 by a lone man matching Galt's description. The discovery of Galt's Mustang immediately caused agents to seek out any additional contact by Galt in Atlanta. Now, because Galt was believed to use low-cost roaming house, all such establishments was contacted for any sign of him. Such was found at Jimmy's Dalton's Gardener's roaming house, where Galt registered March 24th of 1968. Although Galt was nowhere to be found, he had left evidence behind. Found in his room were a booklet, Your Opportunities in locksmithing, and collection of maps. One of these maps was of the city of Atlanta, which the resident was the residence of Martin Luther King Jr. and the headquarters of SCLC Circle. Other evidence of Gulf's pursuits in Atlanta was received from the Panama Laundry, where records show he picked up laundry April 5th of 1968. Now, Galt identified as James Earl Ray. Knowing Galt returned to Atlanta after the assassination, all conceivable models of transportation in, around, and out Atlanta were checked. However, Galt's tail was cold. There, there was no evidence. There was no evidence, and to where he fled from Atlanta. The Bureau became worried because with each passing hour, Galt's chance to avoid and capture became better and better. Therefore, the investigation in phase shift from following Galt's trail to identifying Galt. In an effort to accomplish this, Bureau initiated a comparative search of three identical latent fingerprints believed to be Galt's. One fingerprint was recovered from the rifle, and second from the binoculars, and third from the map of Atlanta found in Galt's room against the fingerprints of white male fugitives. To be sure, and limitations to fugitive was perjury, was purely speculative. However, the speculation paid off when on April 19th of 1968, Gerald L. Ray fingerprints card compared identically with the discovery of Eric Savinio Galt was James Earl Ray. Investigation was redirected to a search of Ray's whereabouts since the time of his April 23rd of 1962 escape from the Missouri State Prison. Damn, he escaped from jail? How he do that? He cartels them. Now, through the months of April and May, Ray Galt's steps were traced. Eventually, the Burroughs was able to account Ray's whereabouts and almost continuously since his escape. Now, nevertheless, his trail remained cold beyond Atlanta on April 5th of 1968. Mm. In the connection with the search of Ray's family were identified, located physically, surveillance, and periodically interviewed for information. Also, prison inmates and associates were queer, as well as military records pursued, but no clues developed. Ray's family said that they knew nothing, they hadn't heard nor been in contact with James, and did not know of his whereabouts. Prison inmates and associates told tales of boundless offers for the death of Dr. King, but exhausted executive investigations could not substantiate their claims. Now, frustrated, the director prepared a memorandum of the Attorney General dated May 13th, 1968, in which he explains that Extensive investigation has not resulted in any new developments beyond Atlanta April 5th. Therefore, the director requested authorization for telephone and microphone surveillance on the Ray family members. Ooh, damn. So they was on their ass. The request, however, was not acted upon. Okay, so they didn't do it. Whew, where we at? It's a lot. But as it looked, we got one suspect. This Ray dude, whatever the fuck his name is, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. We at now the passport search. From an interview with a former cellmate of Ray's at Missouri State Prison, it was learned that Ray appreciated the ease with which a person living in Canada could obtain a false passport. Though it is not clear, the cellmate's comments persisted as the search of the Canadian passport issue since Ray's April 23rd, 1967 escape. It is known that one of the requests of the FBI logic in Canada in search was conducted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. A passport search was conducted by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. A passport search was also conducted by the Mexico and the United States. Through the search, there was a staggering number of applications that were based on a comprehension of Ray's photograph. To these submitted with the application is provided to be the necessary break in picking up Ray's trail. At 9:30 p.m. June 1st, 1968, the legal Achi Ottawa, Canada, called the Bureau to advise that after reviewing some 175,000 applications of RCMP located at a passport issued on April 24th, 1968, under the name Raymond George Scene, which contained a photograph very definitely similar to Ray. Passport was filled by the Kennedy Travel Agency in Toronto, Canada. Incident on their investigation of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police contacted the travel agency and obtained a hand printed note from the Saeed concerning his application. The note, together with the passport photo and linen palm print, was forwarded to the Bureau of Laboratory Examination, which concluded that Ray Saeed was the same person. Oh, Ray apprehended. The Kimball Travel Agency also provided the information to Shia purchase a round trip air ticket from Toronto to London, departing May 6th, to return May 21st, 1968. The New Scotland Yard determined the Saeed turned to the return a portion of the fare and received May 7th, 1968 ticket to Lisbon, Portugal, plus $14.60 voucher. Immigration authorities in Lebanon was immediately contacted. It was learned that Ray had May 7th, but has not excited for, but has not went to London for May 17th, 1963. Stocks were issued by New Scotland Yard for Saeed at 11:15 in June 8, 1968. Gray was apprehended by officers of New Scotland Yard while he was passing through British immigration offices in the London airport. At the same time, he was planning to fly to Brussels, Belgium. That motherfucker was all over. He had some money. Somebody paid him. He was on his way out. He thought he was gone, and he thought he wasn't gonna get no call. The whole time they was looking for his ass everywhere. They had country to country looking for this man. They wasn't playing with his ass. Damn, that's crazy. Now, literally, alleged conspiracies. Here we go with the conspiracy. Now, these are alleged. They say. Woo. This might be a lot of reading. This might be a lot of reading. Hold on. How long we been on? Damn, only 34 minutes. I feel like I've been on this motherfucker reading for an hour. I've been zoned in. When I'm zoned in, look, I'm serious. I'm look. It's serious. It's serious. But if you tune it in, be sure to hit the like. Hold on, let me put my captions. Support the channel. I gotta put my QR code. QR code in the corner. Donate. Support. Mr. Mass. I'm uncovering what your favorite or your favorites would do. Yeah, your favorite YouTubers wouldn't do because they'll say this shit too much work for them. But it's nothing to me. I read book within days quickly. Read through the motherfuckers and remember everything. Okay. If you can't do it, don't don't you ain't on my level. You feel me? Okay, we gonna continue though. Okay, where was I at? Cause I don't even fucking remember. It was a lot. This guy that they caught, yeah, he cooked. He cooked. They got him though. Now alleged conspiracies. Now, literally, stories of alleged conspiracies were communicated to the Bureau from the date of the assassination on April 1968. Even up to this date, the FBI have been approached by numerous persons with stories which would purport to identify a conspiracy to kill King. These stories involve the wildest range of perpetrators and participants as well as motives. Now, to the extent that these leads was pursued, the Bureau was put in the rather difficult position of conducting an investigation, which ranged far beyond the concrete evidence that had already been obtained. With the leads were in fact bogus ones, the FBI was attempting to provide a negative in each reported case with controversial figures such as Martin Luther King. The possibilities of conspiracies were numerous. Coincidentally, the Bureau's credibility would be necessarily be strained given its past relationship with the civil rights leader, unless the story was disproved. Yet the Bureau's attempt to cover each lead. As previously stated, the SAC was held personally responsible and expedited and thorough review. Bias on the reviews, the files task force is sanctions. The FBI did a credible and thorough job in attempting to identify a possible conspiracy or persons who have been involved in the murder. In each of the allegations reviewed, the bureaus immediately interviewed the person who was the source of the allegation, where this was possible, where the source was not anonymous, meaning in a situation where the complaint was not obviously obviously a hoax. The Bureau then attempted to immediately identify the alleged uh, partic- uh, participants and interview them. Whether they were there, um, where there was not a satisfactory explanation to dispel the allegations concerning such matters as whereabouts or as accusations, the bureaus then would check further. This does not mean that every allegation was pursued to the ultimate degree. Judgment based on the experiments dictated so many of the decisions. What they saying is they went through every fucking They tried their best to do every investigation. They didn't say. They're not saying they took every investigation or every conspiracy serious. But the serious one they did take serious is what they saying. Okay, how about the hoopla, the hoopla? It's a whole bunch of nothing. Now, these judgments were also tampered by a critical factor. Within 15 days after the murder, the FBI was convinced that Galt and Ray were the same person, and this individual purchased the rifle, rented the room across the Lorraine Motel, and fired the shot that killed Dr. King, while there was many other people. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Who was anti-Gnostic towards King, and many who apparently discussed killing him. A successful conspiracy would have involved Ray, based on the evidence at hand. In all years following the assassination, and the investigation has failed to reveal connection between any alleged conspirators. And James Earl Ray including these alleged raids of Ray's himself. Indeed, the overwhelming evidence indicates that Ray was almost totally alone during a year after his escape from the Missouri State Prison. We have not addressed here the Bureau's handling of the particular conspiracy leads because of the large number of allegations involved. Now, the Bureau files have been checked for each reported lead, and the resulting investigation on that lead traced to its conclusion. Interesting. So they saying they covered their ass, they covered everything they were supposed to, but yet they have no proof of showing that that man that they said that he acted. Basically, what they trying to say, he acted alone. Nobody acted with him. He didn't have no help or nothing like that. Is what I got out of reading that. Okay, that's what they said, and that was coming from the FBI. We got to go through the story of this man too, man. Look, we finna do a part three. I'm not finna do it. I can't do it. Look, I've been on this motherfucker too long for a man. Okay. We're gonna continue this one on the next one. So far what we know, this James Earl, whatever the fuck his name is the culprit, is the one who did it. And so far the FBI is saying they did it, he did it, and they know he did it, and he acted alone. Okay, this is in their records. They also say they did their best to work on the files to find out who was the person who actually assassinated Dr. King, and they watch every individual is what they saying, and they put. I'm guessing they showing they proof of how they conducted the situation, but it's smelling very fucking fishy to me. Cause how the fuck this motherfucker get away for so long? This motherfucker was overseas, country to country, getting away with all type of shit for so fucking long, but yet y'all didn't know about it. It slipped under y'all radar. Some ain't adding up to me. So we gonna keep on. We gonna keep on. We gonna get to the. We gonna get to the nitty gritty because we already there. It done went down from a group of motherfuckers to one individual. The motherfucker that was right next to across from Dr. King the whole fucking time in the hotel, which is fucking crazy to me. What? And he acted alone. Y'all think he acted alone? Drop in the comments. I don't think he acted alone. You feel me? But this is crazy. Well, I came, I saw, I read. Okay, we gonna stop it right here, and we will do a part three. I think I'm gonna do like fucking 10 to 20 parts of this shit. I don't even fucking know. We gonna keep going until we can't go no more. Okay, and it's two sets of this. I ain't even through the first one yet. Okay, it's too many fucking pages. As you can see, this is 113 pages, and we only on 56. It's crazy. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'm your humble host, Mr. Mass. Until the next one, like, comment, subscribe. Please like this video, get the algorithm up, share my video. Until the next one, watch all my contents and more. Mr. Mass out. Peace.
Welcome to the show, it's Mr. Nice TV. Serving all the drama just the way it should be. Stars and news making headlines daily. Turn up the volume and span it through globally. Entertainment drama, it's all in our queue. Celebrities and headlines coming straight to you. Stay tuned, stay bright, we got the newest scoop.